Good evening and welcome to this Hearthstone half hour. I'm having this FailCraft Casts and I hope you're well and good. It is Wednesday, that makes it a ladder Wednesday, and what we do on ladder Wednesdays is pretty simple. We ladder and we learn and we occasionally fail, but above all we have a bunch of fun. So what we're up to this evening is very simply getting stuck into a bit of ladder. So we are going to be jumping in and understanding how our deck is playing and understanding how stuff we have been playing against works too. So we are control warring at the moment. We're kicking around at about 15, hopefully going to go into 14, but as we throw you headlong into this game, Gelbin Meta Talk is hitting the table of all things. This game we're halfway through, so we'll be taking a look at how our deck is working, but also how the decks are working. I have to admit, I cannot really give you any massive strategic insight into Gelbin Meta Talk. What I can do is know that that's going to hurt me. There's nowhere way I can remove it. It might be time for a Sludge Belcher, I think. Let's throw that down, let's move into that. Now I can't quite remove this, I can't quite remove that. Deathbite will let me try and remove something next go. At the end of the turn I'll give a random minion 1/1. If I take the 6 from this, he's not going to be able to heal it. If he does charge it and it's going to die, that may be a misplay, but we'll see how it goes. So this is, down goes the weapon that's going to be removing our tank. Only taking the 3 to his hero. Now, this control warrior has got a little bit of Naxxramas sauce in it. It's a bit of a Naxxy version. I'm going to control warrior set. Let's pull it up. I think this is it, but there are a couple of small changes. Down goes Lurtheb, which is going to slow me down for a turn. And you can see that this rogue is actually, with a bit of an odd mid-range combo, suddenly grabbed the table. And hello to Black Cat and Moldy joining us as well as others this very evening. So he's kind of grabbed the table. He's kind of got 11, 13 plus the weapon on the table. He's actually got lethal next turn, and I can't actually stop him, I don't think. Gelbin sounded weird, but because he's got his cards out early and mid, I've actually not been able to react. The lower Theb has been a great drop in terms that it slowed me down, and with 5, 10, 16, 18 he does almost have a lethal, and there's not huge amounts I can do to remove this. Our very expensive Shield Slam will get rid of some of the threat. The Cruel Taskmaster is not going to be able to do anything, so okay, he hasn't quite got me. How am I doing? Well, work has gone crazy busy, and good evening to all of those of you joining. You come and join us with a bit of laddering and a learning, and we're just enjoying some Hearthstone. We're control warring, and at the moment we're getting our face delicately tickled by this rogue. And this is a bit of a new rogue. I've been a little bit out of streams for the last day or two, but I'd be interested to see if this is something people have been streaming. They're massive streamers, because they threw down a Gelbin, and I thought that was funny up until the point where suddenly, with a Lotheb that slowed down my spells and a Gelbin, my control warrior hasn't really come out early game the way I would like. So this is pretty much going to be a loss. I'm going to Alexstrasza and see if I can do anything with that. But I just couldn't deal with the turn 6 Gelbin, as strange as that sounds. What was a problem was that I wasn't getting out much of my control in the early game, so I couldn't get his table under control. Down goes Hogger. And this is a weird kind of mid-rangey rogue, but it's very strong. Note that you've got Rag as the finisher. So I think we should investigate that list in future, because that's going to be a very interesting one. So obviously a problem for me, I did not get my control cards out early enough. That was not fabulous. But a very interesting deck that we've seen there too. So let's keep on laddering away. We'll keep on going with this control warrior and see how we go. And then maybe mix it up a bit as we go too. One thing I'm just going to quickly double check, quickly show you before we continue, is what our deck looks like and how we've tweaked it in various ways. So it's called Next Control for its sins, and it does have Ysera in. So we've got a cornucopia of big finishes, but the difference is that we have dropped in a couple of Naxxy cards, Deathbite, a couple of Sludge Belchers. We do have Ysera there. That may be a finisher too many. I might need to swap that for some more early game. As you just saw, we were suffering in the early game a bit there. There was not loads coming together that helped us out sort things. It is. Black Cat. That's very true. It is quite heavy on the old leg ends. But there's a good argument that says it doesn't have to be. There's a good reason. Ysera might be. Oh, the rogue you're talking about. Yeah, the rogue was strong. Okay, we've got a priest coming up this time, and let's take a look at this. There's been a vogue. We took a bit of a look at Death Rattling Priest and Undertaker Priest in New Player Monday. I've got a Slam, I've got a Senjin. It's a reasonable start. So let's see what this priest has got. I'm packing some Naxx card backs. Doesn't mean anything itself. We're just going to draw and play and see how we roll. Let's see if we can get ourselves... You may remember that I'd set myself a target of mid-month, being close to rank 5. As you can see, we're quite a way off that at the moment. I'll see if I can get a roll going. Right, so that is going to be pretty card drawy. I would ideally like to remove that without damage or penalty, but the problem is we're playing a priest that anything I throw down with 3 or less attack in the early game is likely to just get removed. Remember Shadow Word Pain. Okay, no Shadow Word Pain there. Charging in. So options here, I could remove that. That can keep doing the 2s. It will chip away at me. I can Shield Slam into removing something. I can Slam for a card draw. Now I'm going to do that. I do have an Execute, and although it's one of those decisions, do you use an Execute this early on or not? I'm going to. Of course, that's an Execute that I can't use on a big minion that would probably deserve it more. Execute on a 1-mana minion is expensive. Some might have said that Shield Slamming in to get that removal would have been better. Leave the Leponome on the table. Very aggressive early game play. I'm denying him, by that aggression, the ability to draw cards. So down goes the Zombie Chow. He's going to want to trade my minions away with that, of course. He's not going to want to attack me to the face, because when it dies I will heal lots. But I do have removal ability on that. Now a couple of options here. I can throw down a Senjin and he's going to have to charge me into the face of it. I can Shield Slam into a trade there. I can Shield Block. I can drop an Acolyte of Pain. Similar options. The 2 mana will actually give me enough to Shield Slam it off the table, but that only leaves me the 1 mana left. So I'm going to throw this down and see what it does. I will certainly get some mana up. I know that he's going to do a heal. A little bit of noise outside. Give me 2 seconds. I just thought that the dog was running around. Okay, removal gives me a heal. Ah, now nice combo here. Note that he has thrown down the Organized Soul Priest, so instead of healing me for 5, it does 5 damage. So that is a nice combo with this deck, of course. If you get down your Orkanai, then your Zombie Chows actually do 5 damage instead. We're very, very mana efficient. But what we need to do now is just get some removal going. So I'm going to get the Acolyte down. I'm going to Shield Slam just to get the removal off the table. And we'll keep rolling. The Shield Block would be good. Quite potentially. But yeah, so a nice little example of how that Death Rattling Priest can actually come through. Okay, we've got a Sludge Belcher down on the table. I can do another Shield Slam, Shield Block, as it were. I'm quite happy to keep getting rid of these. We're just rolling with the control. That I sadly cannot remove, but what I can do, could have waited before drawing cards, got an Execute. I'm going to hang on to that Execute now, because there will be something nasty and priesty that I'm going to want to remove. Plus I can trade this away. So we can go quite happily into a Geddon next turn. Interesting. Deathlord goes down. A Dark Cultist also. So if the Dark Cultist dies, it was going to be adding 3 health onto one of those other minions. So I can... Let's work it out. There's a play here which means I can pull in a random minion. We'll do that first. The execute might be quite a sensible play on this. Let's see what the random minion I get is. This could make or break me. It could be goods. Yeah, look at that. Sludge Belcher pulled in for free. Very, very tasty. So I'm pretty happy with that. That's the massive, massive setback of that Deathlog. And you can see that Deathlords, although they're so good, if they pull out what your opponent is looking for, I'm really happy with that. Now I can take table position here. How's the best way to do it? Another Sludge Belcher could be a good option, or Ken. I'm actually going to go with Ken because I love his 2-for-1 ability. Doing a little text commentary for the benefit of those who are just waiting for their streams to load. And that is the happy funds. Oh, down goes a Sludge Belcher, and Sludge Belcher Wars are in session. Now obviously I want to destroy the Dark Cultist last, so it does not get the benefit of the heal, if at all possible. Baron Geddon could start causing some chaos. I can throw down another Belcher. Start trading things away. Down goes the lesser heal. Topping them on up. And Acolyte comes into this situ. So Baron Geddon, what is that going to do? Well, at the end of the turn it will certainly let me wipe out things. If I can get myself through that, which I can. It will, I trigger into other bits and bobs. I'll wipe one of my own minions out for fun. Could be chaotically hilarious. Other plays might involve a Belcher and an Acolyte, so I can then remove that, but I'll still leave this on the table. It depends how aggressive I want to go for table control. Belcher and Acolyte will certainly put me in a very strong table position to keep the trades going. I will take 3 from the Cultist next go. This is a bit of a decision. So my trade play would be attack this, that drops it onto 1. I could then leave everything. It would strafe everything off the table. It would give me one of those. It would leave him with a tank. It would remove the Cultist, which would be good. Let's have a think. Let's go for the aggro. Let's go for that hyper aggro play. So this one removes my own tank. I lose my own tank. It leaves me with a Geddon and a Ken. Because those die at the same time, the effect doesn't trigger, and I have 11 damage on the table, which is lovely. Welcome to those of you joining. We are laddering, learning, and having a bit of fun. SWD, Shadow Word Death. At least one you'll find in most priests for the reason that you've just seen. Causes havoc. Now I can Belcher an Acolyte. We're getting into the sort of almost the 9 mana stage. The Zombie Chow and the Powered Shield. I'm going to be using that to try and trade minions. Does of course do 5 damage to me, as we saw earlier with the Orkney Soul Priest. He will have another Orkney Soul Priest. I want to get advantage of Ysera ASAP. So I'm just going to start charging in. Of course, we're playing a priest. There may well be mind controls coming up. If I get a big enough table position, then him taking Ysera won't matter. But I think that throwing it down now is a nice play. And of course, generally you want to have a way of getting rid of anything that a priest mind controls off you. So I'm doing a bit of a YOLO with that play. You only live the once. Okay, charging him with the Zombie Chow. The Orkney Soul Priest goes down, he can remove that, and then it's going to do another 5. Okay, Circle of Healing. I see where you're coming from, and that does another 5 to me too. But, running out of cards in hand, and we know he doesn't have a mind control, unless he top decks one. Lesser heal, chipping away at my Ysera, but I can deal with this. Okay, so we've got an Armor Smith. I could just take a straight up trade and remove that Orkney Soul Priest off the table. So, what am I going to throw down? The Emerald Drake. That's certainly going to give me a nice attacking, pushing forward power. The Belcher will help me against this Leponome because I don't want that doing any damage. He can remove Ysera. I don't necessarily mind that too much, but I'd prefer to get more advantage out of it. I'm going to go with the Belcher as the super super cautious play. The Armor Smith will then, or I could go for a Drake. In fact, I can go for an Armor Smith and an Acolyte. Or I could go for a Shield Block. I'm going to go for an Acolyte for table position. I don't want that on the table, so we'll just get that out of the way. Give me a little bit of armour. Hope you're all well and good. Northshire Cleric goes down if he does some damage. Yep, a healing my minions to draw cards. There we go. That is a real clutch play. It's a Hail Mary. Proper Hail Mary for priest players. Down goes a cultist. And I just needed to get to control. Right, Nightmare will do a 5/5 and then allow me to wreak some havoc. Wreaking the havoc even. Right, so... Excuse me. Oh! I was about to, well played. Okay, lovely stuff. There we go, so I didn't even get a chance. So, shuffle one down, shuffle one up. Let's see if we can get ourselves on a bit of a winning streak, and that'd be lovely. So let's keep on rolling. That was nice. How did that work a bit better? Well, we had the fun and fortune of rolling out a little bit faster. We managed to have a bit more of a solid early game, and with that solid early game we managed to get the table well under control. We were picking off minions in the right order, and for us kind of handily not failing too hard. Victory or death. Okay, so we now have a Shaman, option 3. The Execute I can leave, the Acolyte I don't mind, but I prefer an Axe, and I'll keep the Slam because there will be something that I can use against that for a Shaman. And you know what, that's a lovely mulligan. Although I get back an Execute, I've got the Axe. So what I was really looking for there with that mulligan is just the ability to have some more early game control, and I've got that with the Axe. So if he's throwing out totems, maybe if he pops an Elemental on the table, then I've got the ability to deal. Wanted Creeper goes down. Is it rushy? Is it pressury? We will soon find out. Okay, so I can shield block next turn. I can slam if I really want. I'm just going to start getting this milling going. There we go. I can chop one of those away if I need. Ideally, it would be brilliant if I managed to grab my Death's Bite about now because of the Whirlwind effect. Down goes the Flame Tongue, and suddenly he's doing 6. So, not ideal. But, of course, I can remove that this go. Shield Slam will be hyper aggressive. I'm not going to be dealing with that right now, but instead I'm going to get armour up, get cards in hand, get ahead. The shield block was a nice play there. No point slamming one of those for 1. I can slam and shield slam if I really want to clear the table, but that's an expensive clear. 2 health for 3 mana, and losing the card draw. Loot Hoarder, we've very clearly done an aggressive Shaman deck here, rolling out with lots of early game chippy, nasty, irritating cards, and I'm really looking to Baron Geddon. I would like Geddon to turn up, and if he does, then life will be generally a lot better. I am going to go for some removal. I'm going to remove a couple of these. Let's just get rid of those. Don't forget that they can get buffed up by various things. So I've gone for that expensive removal because I don't want a Shaman to get too far ahead on the board. However, if he then drops targets that would have been better to remove, then we'll see whether my removal was a little premature. And look, that I've actually got nothing to drop next turn either. Down goes an Arubian Egg. He's going to be looking for an Argus or something to buff that so it can attack. Or he'll damage it himself so it will spawn that 4/4 Arubian. And as you can see, I'm lacking trading options. I don't mind throwing one of these away for some trading against a Shaman. Reason for that, ideally the Taskmaster is being played on Grommash. Puts him up to 10 attack because he's damaged and enraged, and then gives him the additional 2. So using Taskmaster is generally in that way not ideal. Is, you know, everyone packing a Lotheb. If I don't have one, I want to put one in. It just messes up a lot of decks. But happily at this point of the game, I'm actually looking to play Ken. So it's a good job I had my 6 drop there. I wasn't really spell heavy. It's not affected me too much, but he does have a 5/5 on the table that he can use to trade away the first piece of pressure from my Ken Bloodhoof. Welcome to those of you joining us. You join us in the middle of Laddering and Learning. We're just playing some Control Warrior and enjoying ourselves and seeing what's going on in the glorious ranks of rank 15, 14. Up goes a Rockbiter. There we go. And we have almost, but not quite, the straight trade. Dropping down, popping back up. Nicely played by our shaman. He's milling through his game plan very nicely. However, we do have an execute. So do we want to execute for 1? Well, it prevents the damage. So, again, a very aggressive piece of control. Execute, generally more mana efficient the bigger minion it's taking. I would have liked to take the Nerubian, for example. But let's get that damage off the table. Against shamans, I generally don't want to get behind. And next turn, of course, I can drop. Weirdly, I can throw down a Ragnaros. I can throw down a Gromash and start chipping away at these minions on the side. So we've got some options. Fire Elemental, 3 damage. Probably going to remove this. Nope, straight to the face. Lightning Bolt, then going to be going to the face. And a very powerful Shaman board there now has got out, in spite of my aggressive control. Would be nice to have Brawl right about now. There is only 1 Brawl in this deck. But generally against a Shaman, if you Brawl, they will come back bigger, badder, faster and stronger. So I can throw Rag, it will perish. I can... well, there we go, fail play. Accidental playing of Ragnaros, okay. Pray for Elemental, pray for Elemental, pray for Elemental. Oh, okay, well, I'm pretty sure he'll have 2 damage in his hand in some play or another. I have this bad habit of clicking Earthshock, Silence, that just makes it an 8/7. And that can be traded away for these 2 minions, unless he's got spells in hand. So as we were saying, accidental Rag there. Ysera will give him something to think about. Down goes another Fire Elemental, puts him in reach of 1. No, he's just going straight to the face, because he knows that I can't deal with that, because, very simply, easy come, easy go, says Flobbit. I could not agree more. So this is actually an 8 attacking monster now. I can thin him out a reasonable amount. I think that Gromash is going to be my option. Reason for this? Ysera, not going to do anything. I can use my Ragnaros to remove 1 of those nasty elementals. It may not help me entirely. The mighty Millhouse Manastorm. Conversation in chat. What was the first legendary you had? I can't remember what I had. I think it was something weird. I think I saved up and crafted Ragnaros. I think that was my first legendary. And down goes another tank. He's having some good luck with his random number generation on his totems. But notice that even the humble 2 totem is removing damage I could be doing to other things. So he is just smash him in the face. After smash him in the face. I need armour, I need tanks. Note that I've not had any Belchers nor any Tazdingos yet. I've got 4 tanks in this deck, and none of them have come up yet. So a little bit unlucky on the draw for me, but if they're going to come up now, Lightning Storm, nice, that removes Ragnaros, and also means that I cannot remove that second Fire Elemental. So you may notice his card, he's just gone for the straight trade, unless this is a big finisher. Okay, oh, Whirlwind turns up. Hi Whirlwind, how you doing? So, I need some armour. Maybe Geddon going on the table is a plan. I could Armour Smith into Whirlwind and start some removal. Ysera is a risk. Now that's a risky drop. Geddon is going to start just strafing me down. I don't know what our opponent is going to draw. Geddon will clear the deck, but then he is going to start damaging me too. I'm going to take the risk. Now this is risky because I'm hurting myself. Cutting off my nose to spite my face. And of course I do then summon those 2 spiders. So if he drops a Leroy or something. Hello to Tilly, good to see you as well. Okie dokie, right, charging in a little further. Oh, and there goes the almighty board. So I can Whirlwinds, I can right, so Whirlwind will let me virtually remove things. If I get Acolyte down and Whirlwind, that will remove most of these. It will then strafe it down. Let's work this out. Ysera is not the play. I think Acolyte is the play. Let's whirly to the wind and go, oh, we go. Now this will stack up my armour a bit. Come on. Come on. Armour up. Armour up. Now Geddon will strafe all of these out of the way. If I remove that and pop it up, it will do a complete clearance. Now this again is I wince a bit when making that play. Reason for that is because it's a shield slam that could have gone awry. But I'm just going to sit there, and at least I've managed to get the table under control now. You know, I'm going to have nothing apart from a Geddon sitting there. Okay, Totemic Court, and you can see that our Shaman, you know, he may well have an Alec here and come and finish me. There goes Doomhammer. He can swing into that twice. Is he going to control it? He is. He's going to take 14 damage. That's a massive control play. He's really taking a risk there. And with everything precisionally balanced, I can drop you Sarah. So do not forget that he can pretty much... I'm sitting precariously. In terms of even health, it just depends what your Sarah picks me and what he top decks. This is a top deck race to the bottom. What's it going to be? Totem goes down. We don't know what he's drawn. Is it going to be an Alakir the Windlord? No, it's a Flame Tongue Totem, meaning he can dash in and he's got 6 damage there with his double smite, as it were. A Laughing Sister isn't going to do much for me. Either is Brawl. Ooh, with 6 left to go. Ooh, are we going to be able to get this out? Right, the Taskmaster. The players, I do not want to brawl. I will... I think the play is... I need to armour up just to protect myself against top decking. Down goes a Laughing Sister. Let's remove that tank. Okay, so he has at the moment 4 damage. Good evening, Zano, and good evening, Tilly. Okay. Then goes another tank, but what is this one card in his hand? The Tension. He's got so much damage he can just keep on throwing out there. Ooh, and another Laughing Sister. Where is my horrible Nukin? Lightning Bolt. Oh, 1 damage! Okay, so he has lethal next turn. No, he doesn't, because I've got another tank. Okay. It all depends on what he top decks, doesn't it? So, first up, the Healing Totem's not going to do anything. So I don't think there's any point unless he can charge up that minion. I will have lethal next turn anyway. I'm going to go for the uber cautious. So basically, in terms of the top deck, what does he draw? That's what this is all about. If he draws some control, I'm dead. Is it a Hex? Please don't tell me it's a Hex. A Drake! Yes! The tension and suspense. And we've actually done it. Ooh, that was fortunate. Oh, hang on. He's drawn another card. He's only got 2 mana. Oh! Oh, the plays. There we go. We've managed to sneak ourselves into rank 14. You are so luck. You are so luck, says Fluffit in the chat. 110 for skill. Just kidding. Luck. 200%. Yeah, good stuff. Hey, it's nice. You're going to have the occasional one going for you, haven't you? Loving a bit of that. What have we got going on? Legendaries. We've got legendaries. Taskmaster and Execute. You're quite right, Black Cat. That was good. Ooh. Playing some Manchester City. Okay, right, so we've got a Hunter. We've got a Hunter, and Hunters are going to be nerfed a bit with Unleash the Hounds on the 22nd next week. Until then, beg pardon me. Hunters, what do I want? Oh, do you know what? I'm quite happy with that. I'm going to throw out the Taskmaster. Oh, and another axe. I will happily take that. Lots of control options there for us. So what have we seen so far? We've seen Shaman, we've seen a Rogue, a weird mid-game Rogue, for those of you who have joined us, that had all kinds of things. It had a Gelbin meta talk in, and lots of other things. There was skill once, but that was a long time ago. Just fumbling through. Yeah, a little bit, sometimes. I often do wonder, and this is a thing, like I do play a few paper card games, I do often wonder, because there was one stage where I used to be very, very slow playing. I don't know whether it's just because it's a video game, or whether because, you know, people change and things like that, but I've got very twitchy in the way that I play games nowadays. So a War Axe isn't going to do loads. There's no real point coining. I think because it's a hunter, I may as well just armour up. Could have coined into a shield block. Coin to get a card draw. Coining into Rag would be fabulous. Because we are still playing Hunter in this day and metagame, he is going to want to either throw down mid-gamey cards. We can very much expect Simba, Savannah Highmane, 6/5. When it death rattles, it spawns some stuff. We can expect the usual secrets and shenanigans. If I throw minions at him, I can expect maybe a mad scientist. Freezing traps for any big minions I decide. Okay, charging Huffer. A passable skills. GG. Grammar 1. Grammar 1, Zardo 0. Oh. I joke, I kid, I jest. I don't want to be taking damage against a hunter, so I'm actually going to be... Oh, that was a whirlwind. Oh. Pretty. Thought that was a shield slam. Fail 2. There we go. A nice play that makes no sense. And I think that could be a loss of this game. That's a 6/3 charging beast. Oh, and do you know what? RNGesus looks at me and says, you know what, we'll let you off that one on this occasion, Hammy. We will let you off. Pokemon TCG, the trading card game. Fascinating fact, I used to be a qualified Pokemon professor. I could retake the test and become a qualified Pokemon professor again. Meaning I could judge tournaments and things. And there was one time I judged at the Pokemon World Championships, and that was loads of fun. 100 episode celebration, that will go in as well. I still need to film that. I'm in two minds as to whether I do it face on camera or not. Depends how many tears we want. Sending people screaming. Put away your face, it should not see the light. Okay, so in terms of plays, I've kind of set myself up at risk of a Unleash the Hounds here. He may well have buffy beasts like the Timberwolf that buff his beasts. Remember these spectral spiders, or whatever they're called? Oh, they are spectral spiders. There you go, Timberwolf. Unleash the Hounds. I know, kill command. He's only dropped the beasts to remove my armor generation machine. And hey, if I had not been throwing my whirlwind away so callously earlier in the game, then that would be pretty good. Okay, so I can shield block into a War Axe, meaning I can remove this and then that. Yeah, I think that's probably a good plan. Or I can shield block into a Taskmaster. Still not going to be able to removing that. Or I can War Axe. I can go for like an in-between route. I think that's probably... I'm going to go for the in-between route. So... Okay, so that's option 1. I can flop option 2 and option 3. So, coming back, rolling back from the dead. And of course, in terms of play order, we'll get rid of that next. And then finally we'll get rid of this. I get the card draw. Oh, I've drawn the Sen'jin, which is what I was looking for all along. I'm still vulnerable to Unleash the Hounds for the time being. So shield block could be a strong play. I think a shield block and all tracking. He's going to be fishing for Unleash the Hounds, I think. I think a shield block and then a Sen'jin is nice. Gorehowl is a very strong aggressive play. I can really control whatever he has, but I'd rather get my arm up. And there goes a Kodo, going to destroy a random minion. Oh, and it destroys that. Note that it destroys it rather than doing damage, and that means that I do not get card draw. So Kodo's very nice. Okay, so I think let's shield block. I'm going to shield master. Oh no, I almost taskmastered. There was almost a fail play there. And with this, I'm just going to get this off the table. Naxxramas I can use on our opponents. I can use it myself. But generally, he's going to be looking for an Unleash the Hounds or just to pressure me down with steady shots. So at this point in time, I'm generally quite happy if I can just keep the table clear and not have too much stuff. And there you go, Hunter's Mark for a 0. You can then just trade away my tank for 1 with his Spectral Spider. Leaves him full mana to do what he wants. And I could very much be worried if a Simba is coming down. No, just a Houndmaster for the time being. So, decision to be made. Are we going to go if in doubt, YOLO? Okay, and I would like that ideally to remove this. Of course it does damage to the face, so he can charge that into me. He may well have executable cards. If he has a beast, down goes a buzzard. He could have a kill command. I know he's UTH'd. It gives him the 1 card draw only, of course, but then it does give him 5 damage. Flare gives him draw power. Can draw as well. He's just trying to shuffle through. Haunted Creeper go down. That's a beast. Gives him more card draw. So at this stage he's filled the board and he's just tipping me away. So I need a solution. Now I can remove 1 with the Taskmaster. I can remove 2 with Gorehowl. Gorehowl is a very risky play because Naxxramas, well, that gets me nice and healed up in the game, but only to the degree of 5, and then I'm not going to be able to remove most of these damagey things. Remember, of course, that it's a tough one, this one. I can Acolyte, Armour and Taskmaster. I can remove the Buzzard and then hope that this removes something of substance, but he'll still have the damage. Gorehowl means I definitely remove this, but I'm taking damage that may well just bring me within execute range. Nuska thinks on a Taskmaster on the Buzzard. Okay, I like that. Let's Taskmaster that. It's a good option. Do I then Gorehowl away this Houndmaster or not? That's the question. Do we Gorehowl? Do we not Gorehowl? Or I can just armour up and hope for some YOLO. I could Gorehowl, say the Hound or something similar. It's a toughie. The Acolyte will let me trade in 1 turn's time, but he may well just do enough to me. I can take the damage, but then I'm just going to be sitting on 5, and 5 is precariously low. Armour up an Acolyte. Let's go for that. Pray for rag, pray for rag, pray for rag, hashtag pray for rag. Yeah, what a... Oh, hey, where's Flobbit? Where's Flobbit? Where's Flobbit when you need them? Oh. Hey, but the Unleash the Hounds has come through. Hunter's Mark moves down to 1. He does not have a lethal, but everything he kills is just going to make that more dangerous. So, Ragnaros down, but we suddenly have a beast there. And can I remove that beast? The answer is most probably no. So that's nicely done. He's got a lethal with that, unless I can remove it. Ooh, Scavenging Hyena, OP. Okay, right, well I can Naxxramas. I think that's probably... The first thing I can do is remove a minion. Ooh, that's going to buff this up though. Ow, and I lucked into another skill play. Oh, another skill play. By another skill play, I do just mean, of course, that this is pure luck that I've top decked a big game hunter. Oh, what is this evening like? Well, seriously, guys, what is this evening like? I just seem to be... I'm going to armor up. Oh. Tonight is the lucky place. Now, okay, we've now got a Savannah Highmane on the table, so we may just be delaying the inevitable, but you know I love it. Right, okay, can I remove this? Not quite. Do I Naxxramas myself? I could remove this and just get the hyenas on the table. GH his face, Gorehal his face. Oh, okay. Are we trying to rush him to the bottom? Naxxramas, I can remove that and then reduce the amount of damage into a Geddon next turn. So I think that's probably the play. It will give me a big minion for him to worry about as well. Alex yourself is needed, I think. And I'm going to get rid of that to drop down. It will drop the 6 down to 4, but it brings everything within range of Geddon. So I can, if he decides not to go for this and just decides to rush to my face. Down goes a Timberwolf. Nice. I can start making the trade plays. It's still going to be at... Ooh, wince. Ouch, painful. You can see my 10 has gone down to 5. Ooh, down goes a can. Right. So here's a starter for 50. Is getting the right play. It will strafe everything down. It will leave me on 5. He could charge in for the win. What control can I do? Well, firstly, I can remove one of these, one of the damaging plays. I can slam something. I can Gorehal something. Then I can't armor up. And it will keep me really at not much higher health. So I'm just going to go for the strafe off the table play. I'll go, let's armor and Geddon. I felt that armor and Geddon was correct play, but still leaves us on 5. He can get us down to 3. What does he have? Is it a charge card that does 3 or more damage? Oh, Stone Tusk Board is the one. Oh, I know the chat is slightly behind. Oh my goodness. Oh, talk about. Loving that. Oh, an epic piece of late gameness. And that is what we love to see. Right, okay. Okay, folks. I'm just going to give you a quick decision in the chat as to what you fancy for the last 10 minutes or so of stream this evening. I may be back silent streaming later, and if I am, it's probably going to be a silent stream. Oh, you should quit while you're ahead. That's a good call. Okay, we'll finish up with something else then. So, if you're live, don't go away. We're going to be finishing up with a bit of a different. We're going to quit while we're ahead and do something fun for the last 10 minutes of the stream. So if you're live, don't go away. If you are watching on a archive of some description, thank you for joining us this evening. You've seen us laddering and learning, having some fun with everyone in chat. Come and join live. It's really good fun. Twitch.tv/FailCraft Cast if you're watching on YouTube or similar. We go live Monday through Friday. We do new player deck breakdowns, pick your own arenas, laddering and learning such as this, and just general other fun stuffs. So schedule there. We also try and do some lunchtime streams, but check out at FailCraft Casts. The clue is in the name here on the left on Twitter, and you can find when we're going live. Don't forget youtube.com/FailCraftCasts, the archive, over 100 Hearthstone and a half hours. It's been more of a Hearthstone hour tonight, but timing is always a little bit longer or shorter. So if you're live, then go away. If you are watching on archive or YouTube, thanks for tuning in. Check out some more stuff, do comments, share. Really love it when we hear stuff from you. So thanks for tuning in. Hopefully see you soon, and take it easy. Okay, 10 minutes of Minecraft, let's go. 10 minutes of Minecraft. Previously on Minecraft. I'm going to do a little thing. Right, let's add the game. Let's go. The reason that we are on a bit earlier this evening is because, the shopping is arriving. Shopping is arriving, and I'm going to get the shopping in, and I'm still actually yet to have dinner. The wiser half is yet to have dinner because we're waiting for the shopping. So there's food to be done. Real life to be dealt with and food to be done. And above all, the most important thing, the household to be fed. Oh, what's going on there? We've got some kind of a Minecraftception. Mindception. Let's sort that out. We'll save this as a little bit of fun. Okay, what can we do in 8 minutes of Minecraft? Let's go! You've only got one Minecraft window. Good, that's good. That means everything is working properly. Oh, no, I don't want Minecraft. What was it? Hamworld Survival Mode. There we go. There was our game. Welcome to FailCraft. I'm Hammy. This is FailCraft Casts. Hope you are well. We are entering episode 2 of our FailCraft little fun series. We're doing some Minecraft for you guys. And having not played much Minecraft, not only are people live on Twitch schooling me as I go, but we're having some fails and fun as well. This would all be very, very sad if it wasn't 100% genuine. My Minecraft knowledge is not great. We are playing Minecraft for the first time. Pretty much, we are not trying to use any guides or things. And what happened previously on FailCraft? We built a pickaxe. We did not know how to build sticks. Building a pickaxe was slow and torturous, and you join us in the midst of the dark, dark night. We have built what can only be described as a very basic house. We have a weapon, an axe with not much left to go. We've run so far that we've lost our crafting table, and it's going to be a traumatic time. We need to survive this evening. Now, we could sit in the building and wait for the nights to go. As you can see, I know that torches are good, but I have no torch. I can see my pickaxe, and I don't even know where up and down is. I can't even see out the door. Oh, hang on. There we go. Oh, there's the stars. Should I turn up the gamma? Or would that be cheating? I will give you guys the option. Should I turn up the gamma so I can actually see what's going on or not? First key chat decision. Obviously not going to hide in the house. I can see the stars. It's a beautiful night in Minecraft land. Let's appreciate those small flecks of beautiful glory. Some clouds. They're not quite moving. You want to turn up the glamour. You want to turn up the gamma so I can actually see. We've got to vote for yes. I can see a bit of floor there. I don't know if you guys can see more than me, and if it's just my screen being a bit dusty. Turn up the it's the brightness. Okay. Is it not called gamma in this? Maybe I'm getting all first-person shootery. Terrible. Absolutely terrible. Oh, turn up the brightness from moody. Oh. Oh, I love the fact that it's called moody. Oh, we can see. Okay, so I can just give you a little tour as to what's happened. So you can see our very basic house by Hammy. This is, some would call it a house, some would call it a hovel. You can see that really, if we look carefully, it is but a mere 3 blocks across. Functional, small, cosy, some might call it. If we were doing a show called Through the Keyhole, it would be, who would live in a house like this? For those of you who do not know Through the Keyhole, there's a British show, and it used to have a guy called Lloyd Grossman on it. He's got quite a posh voice. And you walk around the house, and it's usually someone famous's house, and the guests on the show have to guess whose house it would be from what's inside the house. Who would live in a house like this? Well, I guess it would be someone like me, a Minecraft newbie. They worked out how to mine stone, which was good. And they worked out that you probably need a house with walls to prevent things getting in. But I have no door. We have a doorless house. Now, I know that Minecraft in survival mode at night, from my slim knowledge, is meant to be bad. I can see... Oh, I don't know what that is in the distance. Flowers, eyes, I don't know. Let's go and do some nighttime mining. Ooh, that's sounding quite loud. I want some more wood. I need to build a new crafting table, actually. So let's hope that there's nothing... There doesn't seem to be anything nasty around here. Maybe my nice hiding place in the trees. What am I mining here? I don't actually know. Okay. Birchwood. I don't even know if I can make a crafting table with birchwood or whether it's got to be oakwood. Let's... Oh. See if I can live through the night. So I need a new crafting table. I will consider this quick 10-minute game that we're playing before we finish a success. If we can get a new crafting table. I lost my old one because I was running in panic to try and find a place where I could build a house and mine some stone. Come on, trees, we can do it. Mine, mine, mine like you've never mined before. Now I do tend to have a habit of just clicking everything as well. Okay, so mining wood. I got this. Look at this. I've mined stone, I've mined wood. What else could there be in Minecraft? Who knows? Right, so we've got... Oh, noises happening. Gonna get out my trees with my little hovel. And, okay, I need to get that crafting window up. How do I do that? Oh, where's my wood gone? Got birchwoods, cobblestone. Have I thrown it away or something? I was mining wood, and now it's gone. Oh, let's mine some more wood. Oh, broken. I don't even have a pickaxe anymore. It's terrible. I'm all alone in the cold dark night. Right, all seeds. I don't know what they do, but I think we should get them anyway. Right, I think E. Oh, E! Oh, there we go. Look, we just don't have wood on the toolbar. Oak wood is there aplenty, right? I need to remember how I did this. Oh, hang on, I've just... Oh, no! Right, I need to make sure I don't throw things away. Where is it? I always struggle with this. Okay, so 4 wood does nothing, so that's... I forgot how to make a crafting table. Excellent. I think it's planks. Come on, planks. Oh no, I need to make wood into planks first. Yes, I would like to go in there. Planks, plank, 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 plank. Da da dun dun dun. Oh, crafting table. Yes, yes, good. Today a crafting table, tomorrow the world. I managed to re-put up my crafting table. We can see massive, massive progress from episode 1 where I couldn't make some things. Ooh, okay, now what I want to do is I'm gonna make... Oh, no, I wanna make my... How did I make sticks? Oh, I can't remember how to make sticks. Let's work out sticks. It's amazing, isn't it? Like, just a day ago, it seems like the other day that we were making sticks. Stick? Stick? Do planks go into sticks? I don't know. Okay, planks. Let's take the planks. Planks into sticks. Wind pressure table. That sounds very exciting. Ah, 4 sticks. For the win. Right. No, I need to right click to use a crafting table. I totally got this. That's not a pickaxe. Is it then oak wood underneath or planks? I can't remember. Come on. Come on. Is it wood? Come on. No, it's not wood. Oh! Oh! What's that? What's that? Oh, there's something making noises. Help! 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 There's something making noises. And on that bombshell, I'm actually going to have to log out. Oh, this is so scary. Thanks so much for tuning in. See more FailCraft soon. The Tesco is arriving. Take it easy.